Hi everybody. Alright, so we can make this one pretty quick. We just want to test out the queue that we developed in the last few videos. So I'm going to create a queue variable and create a new queue object called using that default queue constructor. Alright, so I put that new queue object in the my queue variable. Alright, then I'm just going to want to add some elements to my queue using that enqueue method that we wrote. Now we're just going to be using this a few times, so I'm going to just copy this and paste it. And then let's supply this with some values. Let's just do some random stuff. 5, 17, 89, 32. Alright. So we have these values in our queue, and right now we could just run it and obviously nothing happens. Now we can check out a few things. First, let's see what's at the front of our line. Alright, so we'll do system.out.println. Let's say front colon space, and then I'll concatenate my queue dot front, which should return what is at the front of the line. Alright, currently that's 5. That's the first value that we put in, so that's the front value in the line. Let's see if I wanted to check out the back. I would just, or rather the rear is what we called it. So now I can run this and it'll tell me what's at the rear of my line, which should be 32 because that's the last element we put in. Cool, that all works. Now I just want to write a simple while loop that will print out every element in my queue by removing them from the line. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say while not my queue is empty, which is another way of saying while my queue is not empty, but obviously you have to read it in order in the computer science. So while my queue is empty, not, you know, like how kids used to make those jokes, unless, I don't know, maybe not jokes weren't popular when you guys were kids. Who knows? They were popular when I was. I digress. So while the queue is not empty, we're just going to say print my queue dot dequeue, which will remove, oops, that's a function, which will remove an element from the queue and print it out to the console. All right, we always have to check to see to make sure that our queue isn't empty, because we don't want to have an underflow error because we run out of things in our queue. All right, so that'll print out 5, 17, 89, and 32. Now you'll see if I just cut this out briefly and if I just put while true, we will end up just exiting because of an error that we self-generate, that underflow error, because after we print out these 4 elements, we run out of things to pop off of the queue. There's nothing to take off of the line, but we're telling it take something off the line, so then our program doesn't know what to do, which is why we only loop while the queue is still not empty. The moment it's empty, we stop asking it to take things off the line because there's nothing to take off. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah. All right, so nice and quick one. We could add a couple things to the queue.java, and I did say that we were going to, but I'm starting to think that there's no real value in doing that. So why don't we keep it as is for now? And yeah, tomorrow I'll put out a video where you guys will have some diagrams for how the queue works. All right, that was a nice quick one. So get this done, submit your work, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.